If you know regression, that's like hello world of data science. In this video, I will give you a primer on commonly asked data science interview questions. Also, stay till the end of this video because I will give you a bonus question. Hi, my name is Ashish Gourav. I'm a data science consultant and I have done my B.Tech from IIT Kharagpur and Masters from ISI Kolkata. The very first question which you could be asked is, what is a model? Now, obviously, we are not referring to the glamorous model which you might be thinking about, but the other kind of model. My definition of model essentially is an idealized representation of reality, and coincidentally, that definition fits both the cases, the glamorous one and the not so glamorous one. When I say idealized representation of reality, it's essentially a simplified version of reality, and maybe it would be very far away from the truth, but that's not the point. The point is we build models to simplify our calculations and aid in problem solving. Now you can look up in Google what is a model, or you can have your own definition of model as well. That's not the point as well. The point is you must have some kind of a technical definition of what is a model, and you must back it up with your background knowledge. What do you mean by forecast? Now this question looks pretty innocuous, but you still need to explain the term forecast in a very technical way so that the interviewer is satisfied with your knowledge about data science, because these are basically your beginner level questions, and generally an interviewer will start asking questions from the beginner level, so I'm starting from beginner level questions. And a very commonly asked question is, what is the difference between training error and test error? And you must be pretty clear on this, because a lot of questions and a lot of applied work in data science is dependent on your understanding of training error and test error. Now, just to give you a basic idea, training error is an error while you are making a model, and test error is while you are testing your trained model. I won't get into technical details because this is an introductory video. And a good follow-up to this question is, what is the meaning of a low training error and a high test error? Now, this question is pretty important. So just rewind the video and listen to this question again. And this gives us a good segue to the next question, which is, what exactly is overfitting? Now, think of what could be overfitting. How you overfit some kind of a model on data. You could find pretty funny examples on the internet as well, but you need to know the technical understanding of overfitting. Well, machine learning is not really equal to data science, but still you will get questions on machine learning as well when you are interviewing for a position of a data scientist. Now, so you must know what is machine learning, and obviously Google up what is machine learning, try to build your own simplified definition, because there is no right or wrong definition. You just need to have a definition which is technically correct, concise, and you are able to remember it. And obviously, if you are being asked this question, a good follow-up would be, what is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning? Because these are the two main paradigms of machine learning or any kind of statistical learning. Now, going a level higher, you could then be asked, what is a neural network? Now, definitely a lot of people really do not understand the relevance of neural network and why we use the term neural in neural network, but these are not very difficult things to understand. If you just devote 1 hour or 2 hours, you will understand what is a neural network. And obviously in an interview you will not be asked to code a neural network, so don't worry about the technical implementation part for the interview. Just remember what is the meaning of neural network and try to explain it in your words. And a very hot topic in machine learning and AI is reinforcement learning, RL. So you must have some kind of a quick, easy to remember meaning of reinforcement learning, because you could be asked any questions on the idea of reinforcement learning and how it is a pretty special or unique case of machine learning or AI. Now moving on to a few statistical questions. Now, I have already made a video on top 9 statistics questions for data science interviews. I will link that in the cards here. You can watch it after you watch this video, because I will also attach that link in the description box of this video. The next question which could be asked to you is, what is regression? How do we implement it? Can you give some kind of an example on regression? So regression is a pretty vanilla kind of a machine learning model, data science model. Now it's like the stepping stone of data science. If you know regression, that's like hello world of data science. If I explain you the color black, you will think of white. The moment I talk about regression, I will also talk about classification. So you must know the difference between regression and classification. And if the interviewer is someone who is more statistically oriented, he will ask you whether we can use regression for two-class classification problems. Now this is a good question and you must know the answer to this question, because this is a pretty important question and asked a lot of times. The last but the most popular question is, explain the difference between correlation and causation. Now you might have heard a lot of jokes about this, a lot of memes about this, that correlation is not causation. You might have even read a lot of LinkedIn posts about this. So you must know the difference between correlation and causation, because this also gives you an understanding of what really is spurious correlation. And the bonus tip here is, Google up spurious correlation. You will then be automatically trapped in for good 2-3 hours in just looking up at examples of spurious correlations. I hope you liked this video. If yes, then give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, because in this channel we make content related to data science, economics, finance, mathematics and any kind of knowledge which you can think about.